So hey everyone, good afternoon. I am out at JFK picking up a friend, and they're coming in on a Friday afternoon into rush hour, which is always a cool thing to do. But that's all right. I'm looking forward to seeing my friend. And it's raining, and that's just the way it is. Anyway, my name is Ray Bagnavaldo. I'm pastor of Sayville Congregational United Church of Christ. I'm an ordained Presbyterian minister. I am queer. I identify as gay. You probably already know that if you've been here before, and if you're not, I just want to make sure you do as you join us. I tend to do these from wherever I am, and I want to make sure I get them up on Friday. For some reason, that's my day. So today we are at JFK, and you know, it's funny. Yesterday I was sitting around, and I'm an upbeat guy, and we've been through a lot, all of us in our own ways. Being queer requires a certain navigation that most people don't have to worry about, honestly. I mean, we have to worry about the same things people do in terms of work and jobs and relationships and putting food on the table and all of that stuff that is, part of the human condition. But we have a little bit added, I don't want to call it stress, but opportunity for experiences and growth and interesting lives. And it sure is an interesting life. But yesterday I realized how deeply sad I am in some ways. And that didn't surprise me. I'm sort of, I don't want to say I'm used to being sad, but I'm used to sadness as part of being who I am and part of being human. And sadness and joy, they go along with all the other emotions. So I don't necessarily try to wipe out one or the other. I try and keep them in balance. And so this sense of deep sadness, and I stayed with it for a while, and I do some meditation on a daily basis, and that helps me a lot. But I leaned into it a bit, and I mean, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. There's a world that's in conflict, a terrible situation in Ukraine. We've got a January 6th commission that we're looking at the fabric of our democracy in a way we haven't done before, with the granularity that points to its fragility, which in itself makes it very, very quite profound. That something as important as this idea could be so fragile and needs to be cared for. It may be one of the reasons that we have developed a gift of compassion and empathy, just in order to be able to address the time we're in now as we have before. But the other thing that I've been thinking about too is all of these things going on now with the leak from the Supreme Court, and the idea that we could tell women what their rights should be in the way that they make decisions. I don't know anybody who is really gleeful about abortion, and at the same time, it's really hard for me to understand that anybody could say, well, it's just too bad if the fetus inside of you is not viable and it may in fact cause you deathly harm to give birth. Well, then I guess that's the way you're going to go. I mean, I know that's extreme, but these are the things that are being thrown around. I am not in a position to make any decision for a woman. I will support people in their decisions, help them to process them, but I am totally centered and determined that women's reproductive rights are maintained somehow. And I don't know how it's going to work out, but I just thought I'd mention that. But the slippery slope that a decision like this brings about does incur some sadness, because this same notion that, well, it's not in the Constitution, abortion, well, neither is marriage equality for queer people. So here's what happens. We who fight for whatever it is we fight for, we who work hard to change the system and its injustices, okay? And the injustices are stacked against people who are not part of the normative set. Let's just leave it at that. When we fight and we move forward with the things that we are able to, the ways in which we're able to progress, it really, people have long memories, and they see an opportunity now to start to dial back. And so we have to continue to be determined and diligent and stay with it. And in the meantime, live our lives like everybody else. So yeah, there's a lot on our shoulders. And this is one of the reasons, one of many, that I do have a faith tradition, and I do have an understanding of God in my own way, and I practice it in a particular way. I'm a minister, came late at life to this, but I mean, I came to this because it's something I really believe in, and I believe that it can be helpful to others, and I want to do my best in the way that I can with whatever gifts I may have to help other people find that for themselves. And I don't have any definition of what that is. I don't have any dogmatic certainty, so to speak, but I do know the presence of God is with us. So when churches and institutions start closing their doors to us because, well, you know, you don't quite fit the norm, and you know, we love you, but we hate your sin, and oh, well, you can come here, but could you be quiet? We don't really want to talk too much about queer or gay or lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex. Yeah, get over it, folks. Get over it, okay? We're here, we're queer, and you don't really have a choice not to welcome us. You really don't. I mean, you're making a decision not to do it, but you do not have a choice in the universal, deep moral world and creative process of which we are all a part. You don't have a choice. We are a part. We share this humanity. We share this presence. We share this creation. And your decision to prevent us from being a part of this or to prevent others from making the decisions they need to make is wrong. And so just got to know that. And it does make you a little bit sad. And then, you know, you remember the things we've been able to do and continue to try to do more. So with all these things in mind and so much more, I just wanted to pop in today and say hi and let you know you're loved. And I wanted you to have this wonderful view of JFK on such a stellar sunny day. It's sunny because I'm talking to you. And so I'm heading out into the rain, and good to be with you again. So, and listen, if you feel a little sad once in a while, lean into it a little bit, you know, embrace it a little bit. And don't spend an enormous amount of time or energy, at least that's my advice, trying to get rid of it. Just, you know, work through it, and there's a lot of ways to do that, and I'm sure you know some, and if you don't, you know, talk to somebody. Let them know how you're feeling. And most of all, just know how much you're loved and how wonderful you are and how beautiful you are and how God created you to be exactly as you are. As I always say, we all have a lot of work to do on ourselves, some more than others. I raise my hand to that. But we're just the way we're supposed to be. So be who you are, and thank you for that. Okay, we'll see you soon. Be well, and you take care for now. All right, bye-bye. Oh, and for any of you out there who might have children or might be honoring a parent or a guardian this weekend, lots of love to you and them as well. All right, bye for now.